Did you have any big takeaways after watching the film from last night? Anything maybe that didn't stand out during the game?
I mean, it was just a good group effort. I thought it was coming off a 4-game losing streak. Just from my experience of being like in a struggling situation, you usually got to dig your way out of those situations, and it just was fitting that we had to go to overtime and battle one out on our home floor. And, I thought it was a really good group effort. We got a lot of good things from a lot of guys.
Do you carry momentum out of a game like that, especially after coming off a 4-game losing streak? Is this a chance, carry momentum, a chance to sort of spark you guys a little bit?
I think so. It's one of those things where you just, when you're on a losing streak, it just seems like it just keeps not going your way in big situations. At the end of the game, we keep letting games slip away. And then when you win one, you just get that good feeling about it. Some things go your way and you kind of try to let that keep on rolling. And I think your confidence is different in those situations. Once you come out on top, you like, the next time that situation comes, you're going to be doing things expecting it to come out in your favor. And you just, when your mentality is like that, it works out more often. And I think that's why when teams are struggling and then they win, they're able to kind of start rolling because they saw a positive result.
I think you said before the season, I think you were talking about the schedule, the road games earlier, but you said, we'll probably experience some adversity.
Yeah.
Is this kind of what you had? I mean, obviously you couldn't have foreseen the injuries, but it's kind of what you had in the back of your mind maybe? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in we got a lot of new guys, and it was going to take some time to figure out how to make guys comfortable, where they fit in, and what their roles would be exactly with our team. And then we had the injuries. So I mean, 13 out of 18 road games to start. It was a tough situation to begin with, and then you add the injuries and the blown leads and stuff like that, and it was expected. I mean, I felt like it had adversity written all over it, in these first 20 games or so. So I think we're handling it perfectly fine. We're working our way through it, and like usual, we're gonna come out on top.
Have you seen Anfernee's confidence sort of grow in terms of in moments he's the guy that wants the ball and he's capable of being in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the opportunity. Thanks to Coach Stotts. I always tell people, beginning of my career, him allowing me to play with so much freedom and, leading the league in minutes, it kind of let me grow into that. And I think the same with Ant. He's been getting more minutes this season, and the ball's been in his hands, getting more opportunities. So I think he had confidence from the beginning. But when you go out there and have success and everybody's cheering for you and giving you opportunities and kind of on your side, it just makes you more confident and more comfortable. And a player with his type of talent and ability is natural that it's going to start looking the way it's been looking. And, he's been huge for our team.
You said after the Denver game he was kind of tense and anxious that game, and you were in his ear, keep shooting, be aggressive. Is he the kind of guy, though, that you just kind of have to tell him that once and then, or you kind of have to continually remind him of that, or is he naturally aggressive?
He knows because he's a scorer. So, I mean, in the back of his mind, he knows, but he's also a guy who this is his first year playing. So I can see him coming in not wanting to step on anybody's toes, not wanting to come in and look selfish and all these things. So I just have been in his ear like, I don't care what the situation is. Be you. It's a close game in the fourth quarter. Be you. Be aggressive. If you feel like you're going to take a shot, take the shot. If it's the first quarter and the team is struggling and you playing point guard and you don't know what else to do, be aggressive and attack. Like, if you get out there and a situation can make you not be yourself, you're not doing nothing for the team. So, I mean, if all else fails, just do what you do. Call for a ball screen, attack, take shots, make plays. You got to be aggressive because that's what the team is going to need from them, if we're going to be the team that we want to be. So I just always remind him of that. Like, don't ever forget, you got to do what you do. Be who you are. And, I think he's taking that to heart.
David, it seemed like second half last night, I finally saw maybe some change in you guys' ability to run pick and roll with Hassan, which has been a little rocky in the beginning, I think. But a huge difference between him on that pick and roll and Nurk on that pick and roll, obviously. Different players, but also different style. Has it been difficult to get used to what he can do? It
hasn't been difficult because I watch a lot of basketball, so I've known the kind of player that he was. And I think it's just our timing. Like, he rolls at a different – his timing with the way he does things is different than the way Nurk does. And I'm at this point trying to, like, I'm doing what I'm doing to time what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a matter of us getting on the same page with that. And I think last night it was a little bit better because he was rolling in the spots where I can get him the ball and he was in a position to score. Other times he was rolling in a position where maybe he couldn't score, but he was in a harder defense and he was taking his time. The defense make a decision and he was just finding the open guy. So I think that was some strides in the right direction, and we just got to keep improving on it.
It seems like Nurk could spoil a team a little bit with his ability to catch the ball in traffic, catch tough passes.
Unique skill set.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And
a guy that big, he's a big target. He's really light on his feet. Just really good feel for, tight spaces in those types of situations and good touch. So I think his skill set is just different. Nurk is a unique player, especially for his size.
Yeah. And you could run a lot of things through Nurk.
Yeah.
Right. So how are you guys kind of picking up that slack? I mean, how is that?
I mean, I think the first thing we've done is we had to shrink our playbook and just kind of make things more simple, because if you got all these new guys and you put in all the actions that we like to run that, say we might run with Nurk out there because we've been together for so long, you take all that stuff out because you want guys to be able to execute the plays well, and you want them to be able to think while they're doing it, like natural, like read and react plays. So whereas with Nurk, we can do a bunch of stuff because of what I said, just a unique skill set. And now not having that, I think you don't try to just continue to do the same thing. You just adjust what your playbook is, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking Hassan, but I would say maybe not in the heavy traffic areas that Nurk could catch the ball. Maybe not those tricky bounce passes or dump-offs at the rim that Nurk got.
That's part of Nurk's skill set. I mean, there's different types of bigs. You got Draymond Green, and then you got Nurk, and then you have a Whiteside, and Nurk is more of like a Marc Gasol. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll catch it and he'll step back and shoot a jumper.
More versatile.
He'll catch it, he'll dribble it in, back you down. He's a really versatile big. And
Whiteside's more like an old-fashioned big.
I think he's like a real five. Like Nurk is like a foreign player. Like when they grow up in their camps. They don't play a bunch of pickup and all that stuff. They develop different skills, and when they come over here, they just have those different skill sets. And here, it's just different. We play a lot, and if you're a big, you catch lobs, you get dump offs, you dunk the ball, you can run the floor and all that type of stuff. So it's just different skill sets.
Is he hard to lob to? We haven't seen many lobs out of any of you guys.
We've been looking for it, but I think that goes back to what I mentioned earlier, just the timing. If he's looking for one thing and waiting for the ball, and I'm going downhill and he's not going downhill with me, if I lob it up there, it's like he's not going to be able to get to that because he's not diving like that. And if he's diving hard and I'm kind of probing, the timing is not there. So I think, like I said, over time we'll get on the same page perfectly so those type of plays can be executed. But right now, it hasn't worked that way, where we can just throw lobs.
What do you think of the Sacramento team now, 3 weeks in?
I think the same thing I thought of them at the beginning of the season, just a dangerous team. They play with a lot of pace. They got a lot of guys that can go out there and have a big game. De'Aaron Fox, obviously, Buddy Hield. I'm a big fan of Bogdanovic. They got a lot of Harrison Barnes. I mean, they got a lot of skilled players, and they always give us a hard time. So them being at home, you can't be fooled by their record. They almost beat us the first time, so we gotta come out there and have our minds right again.
Why are you a big fan of Bogdanovic? What do you like about him?
I just love his game. Yeah, I mean, I remember like 2 years ago, we was playing him in Portland, and the time before that I had 50 in 3 quarters, and the next time we was playing him in second, I kind of started off hot again, and he was like, "I got Dame," and he like came and he was like guarding me, like trying to deny me and physical, and I respected it. You know, he took the challenge and he's made big shots. I just like his game, like the way he plays. You know, his size, his skills, like the way he plays the game. I'm a fan of it.
Damian, you're averaging 33 points per game. Only 5 guys have done that through 10 games. How do you feel like you're playing right now? I mean, I know you're maybe not satisfied with the results, but
I feel like I'm playing well. You know, I feel strong. I feel healthy. My mind is just in a good place right now. And I mean, on media day, I told you guys what my mentality was coming into this season, and that wasn't just from just training. That was just like I rested this summer. My mind was clear. After last season, I knew what I wanted coming into this season, and I prepared my mind and my body, and everything that I did was wrapped around coming into this, you know. And everybody was like, "Oh, he's doing his music and doing this and doing that," and I was just like, I'm ready. You know, I'm going to be ready, and that's it. You know, I honestly think I could be playing better.
so you feel like you could sustain this level for a season?
I think I can.
How about the minutes? Can you sustain it?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to come a point where everybody's going to wear down and get tired, and, you know, we're going to get a little bit fatigued and stuff like that, but it turns into a mental thing at that point, you know.
I think you can play better. I'm sure fans would hear that and think, what? I mean, what do you...
I mean, I think I'm scoring the ball really well, but I think it's things that I could be doing better defensively. I think it's more plays to be made on the offensive end. I think I can control, you know, what we're doing in the half court much better, so we execute better. You know, we have a lot of bad possessions on offense. You know, and I think sometimes that is the reason behind us struggling on the offensive end. So I think, I mean, maybe not stats-wise, but just the way the game is played and controlled, I think I could be better, and it'll probably have an impact on like the end result for our team.